80% of my room tonight was single.
If you're single today, you are really struggling with loneliness.
Where are all the good men? Where did the good men all go?
They are upset because men have gone their own way.
Men are not obsessed with women like they used to be.
Where are the men who would wake up just so they could be the man who wakes up next to you?
And are crying because they're still single.
The hardest part about being the single friend in your mid to late 20s is thinking you were going to be somewhere else at this point in your life.
So how's your dating life? It isn't. You haven't been on any dates? No. Met anybody? No. Are you even on dating apps? No. Plan on getting on dating apps? No. So you're just happy being single? No. Do you have a will to live? No.
They did this to themselves, but now they regret it because they are receiving the consequences for mistreating the men in their lives, now that no man wants to take part in it.
So there's a stat on Facebook, and basically it says, men are not obsessed with women like they used to be. Y'all don't find that kind of weird? And to be honest, no, I don't find that kind of weird, because what exactly is there for men to be obsessed with in today's world? Women have left no room for imagination, none whatsoever. It's like your sense of entitlement is out of control. Your expectations are unrealistic. Y'all walk around showing your bodies half dressed, half exposed 24/7, out smoking, drinking, partying 24/7, on the scene 24/7. A lot of y'all are not even coming with nothing to the table because you're too busy with your hand out trying to see what man got the next bag so he can sponsor your lifestyle to make you look like you're living a lifestyle to post on the internet. It's like a lot of y'all don't have common sense. A lot of y'all don't know how to hold a conversation. A lot of y'all don't have no originality about yourselves. Everybody looks the exact same. And it's like y'all get that confused. Oh, well, men like that. No, men will that. But men are not wiping that and they're not cuffing that. And I think y'all are starting to realize that. And then the first thing y'all want to say is, oh, well, they're gay, they're sassy. No, they're not. They're just tired of what you guys are presenting. And if y'all are here to give them free pussy, free looks, and free everything they ain't got to work for, why would they? But they're never going to take you serious. So it seems to me like a lot of y'all are now starting to realize that you're either losing value or have lost value from chasing attention. And now that's something that y'all got to deal with, and y'all can't face that fact. Men love women that are exclusive, women that are put up, women that every man can say he had or can have. Simple as that.
80% of my room tonight was single. Okay? That says a lot. There are so many women who are needing help and direction, and they're not receiving it, or they don't feel like they can plug into it. And so it's one of the reasons why you need to offer women's events, because it's just, there's something about the safety in the room that it provides that really speaks to single women.
Men marry inconvenient women. Men run away with inconvenient.
Oh, how I wish I could reach this level of delusion. However, no, men do not marry inconvenient women. Men love chasing inconvenient women for validation. But they quickly grow tired of this, and then they will settle for the girl who is just like easygoing and never asks them to do anything. And let me tell you how I know this. I have very bare minimum standards for men that would place me into this category of inconvenient women. And boys love to chase after me. And some of them last a week, some of them last a month. But in the end, they always burn out.
They're not chasing you, they just want box. If they actually cared, they would stick around for longer than a couple weeks.
This last year, 3 of my exes got engaged, which is wild. Sometimes I think I might have even just scared them into realizing what standards could be held for them. So the next girl, they're like, I gotta lock this down. But I got to know their next girlfriend, and immediately when I met them, a flip switched in my mind and it all made sense. Watching them interact, I'm like, oh, she just lets this man kind of walk all over her. She just has different standards than I do. Such as my one ex, you could call him, things didn't work out because I felt like I was always asking him to step up and do more and think about me when you're doing things. Like, he was just a very selfish man, classic only child trope.
Isn't it interesting how they always know everything wrong with the men in their lives, but for some reason can't see what's wrong with themselves? You would think there would be some self-inspection, especially when no man wants to stick around more than 1 month.
Reasons why you are single and miserable. You are doing single all wrong. Number 1, you should be dating multiple men. You need to be dating 2 to 3 men baseline, okay? Let me tell you why. POV.
We don't care.
The second reason why you need to date multiple men is because it takes the emotional offload off of one particular person, babe. So enjoy yourself, have a good time, enjoy the summer, be outside, and enjoy your life, and that is exactly what you will attract.
Every time I see single women giving advice to other single women, I notice the advice is only focused on sounding good rather than being good advice. Telling women to date multiple men at once won't help them get the commitment they're looking for. It didn't even work for the person who gave that advice.
Where are the men who would wake up just so they could be the man who wakes up next to you?
Well, I'm sorry to have to break it to you, but those men, they've already woken up and they've left. Because you see, men have now realized there's no real benefit to waking up next to you. We've seen that while you demand things from us, you offer little to nothing in return. At least not anything we can't already get without involving ourselves in a relationship with you. And on top of that, for decades now, y'all told us you didn't want us. Y'all told us you didn't need us. We heard you. And now we're off making a better life for ourselves. One that doesn't involve you. Would we like to have a great relationship? Sure, who wouldn't? But men have finally figured out that the risk simply isn't worth the reward anymore. And now that you guys are figured out that we figured it out, well, now you're wondering, where did all the men go? And then there's this.
Like, where are the men who would walk 500 miles?
And I would walk 500 miles. Now you know why I was never the lead singer in any of the bands I was in. Anyway, last I knew, they were raking in the royalties still from that song they created 30 years ago that I still can't get out of my head.
And then walk another 500 miles for a total of 1,000 just to fall down at your door.
No, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but there's no way in hell I'm singing that god-awful song to you. All kidding aside, the point I want to make is that women often want men to meet the expectations of things they hear in songs or see in the movies. As I frequently call it, they're searching for that perfect Disneyland prince, the one that doesn't actually exist, but yet they all think does and that they deserve. Men see it for what it is, an expectation of perfection, something no one can achieve. And knowing that, why would they enter into a relationship with someone who expects that of them? Someone who actually believes a man should walk 500, 1,000, even 1,000,000 miles just to be with them. Men are done playing these silly little games, ladies. Life is not a rom-com or some romantic song. Life is, well, life. And the completely unrealistic expectations that you've all set now, the higher standards, have reached a level of absurdity that men look at it and go, yeah, no more. We're done. Especially when they realize that they're not going to get anything in return, no matter how hard they work to woo you over.
Where are they at?
Well, to wrap this up, where they're at is sitting home or hanging out with their buds, playing video games, playing guitar, enjoying life. No longer having to deal with the drama, no longer having to deal with the financial drain of expensive dates, only to get ghosted shortly thereafter. No longer dealing with the ridiculous expectations, higher standards that you've all set. Ladies, I'm sorry to tell you, but men didn't create this situation. You did. But men have now seen it for what it is, and they're done and walking away. And the really sad part is, they ain't coming back anytime soon.
So then why aren't men protected from emotional the same way women are protected from...
That is a very good question. Let's hear their answer.
Because men are...
Really? Oh, okay. Let's hear more.
Emotional is worse? No. Emotional is worse than physical.
It is.
Okay, considering that statement, what could be the next possible logical question?
So then if emotional is worse than physical,
Yes, so
wouldn't men deserve protection more than...
They would. They should.
Agreed. Men should absolutely be afforded the same levels of protection that women are when it comes to... But let's hear someone's opinion in regards to why men are not getting those levels of protection.
But they're not smart enough to fight for it.
Truth.
Really? Sadly, that is not an uncommon thought process when it comes to this particular subject, and it is unfortunate that this is being perpetuated. Unfortunately, a lot of men have been shamed into thinking that they would be considered weak if they seek help. That is not the case. Remember, no person deserves to be whether it's emotional or physical. Please seek help if you need it.
If you enjoyed this video, I promise you'll enjoy this next video. I will see you